I posted a YouTube short on the 5 worst Adventure Time characters ever created, and it gained a lot of attraction. A lot of negative attraction. Note that this is my favorite TV show and I've seen it 2 times over. So today I'm actually here to voice my opinion on the top 10 worst Adventure Time characters ever created, and the reason why. My goal is to help you realize that my opinions are not wrong. All of your opinions are wrong. So let's get started. Jumping right into number 10, I have a very mediocre character, the Hot Dog Knights. Yes, they were cute and funny, but you know what else they were? Dumb. You know that one time when one of your friends did something stupid and you both laughed about it? Then your friend says, man, we share the same brain cell. That is literally true about these Hot Dog Knights. They all share the same brain cell amongst each other. Remember the one episode that they really started? That maze one? Yeah, you remember how they got lost in that maze? 10 feet into it. Moving on to number 9, I have the deer. Yes, the deer had an amazing episode, but it was one creepy episode. When the deer took off his hooves, like, oh, dude, it gave me shivers down my spine. The deer is just plain creepy and I don't vibe with it. The mucus that comes out of him and those fingers. Deers don't have fingers. That's why it's creepy. It all adds up, and that is why he's number 9. Moving on to number 8, I have Goliad. Remember Goliad? Because I sure can't forget him. I thought Goliad was a pretty lit character, until that eyeball popped out of its head like some alien. On top of that, the dude, woman, thing, animal, it ended up turning evil. At this point, I can't even say a good thing about Goliad, hence why he's on the number 8 spot. But moving on to number 7, I have the Gumbles. There's only one thing that I don't like about the Gumbles. All of his stories are not necessary. I guarantee that most people would agree with me that we would rather have a main story episode than an off-branched filler episode. Filler episodes are literally the downfall of a series because they're not needed. Which is why Boruto is not a beloved anime, because it has too many filler episodes. And honestly, neither are the Gumbles. Now, moving on to number 6, I have one of my least favorite characters. Like, I actually hate this character. It's Uncle Gumbald and his family. I think most people would actually agree with me on this one for putting them on the worst character tier list. Now, I'm going to be honest, I can't really see anything bad about these guys. Not because they're good characters, but because I mentally blocked out the 20 episodes that they were in. If you don't know who they are, here's a quick summary. They were Princess Bubblegum's family, and they wanted to get revenge on Princess Bubblegum for turning them into candy people. But I will admit, I think we all hate these characters, not because they were created poorly, but the creator of Adventure Time, I think, wanted us to hate them. So he created their biography for us to hate them. If that makes sense. I said that in a weird way. It made sense in my head. Hopefully it made sense to you. He basically designed these characters to make us feel annoyed with them, to feel hatred for them. Honestly, I don't know how else to describe this. I've sat here thinking about it for like 5 minutes. But anyways, moving on to number 5, I got a lot of hate for this one. I have Fionna and Cake. I love the Ice King, don't get me wrong. Again, top 10 characters. And I love that he created a story based on the people that were around his life. But what I don't like was the alternate reality. Like, I'm a sucker for the Adventure Time storyline because of how well the story and each character is made. So throwing me a curveball into an alternate reality where everyone is the opposite gender and the storyline is just not there, that is what kills it for me. It's like loading up one of your favorite games on your old Xbox 360 and trying to play your favorite game on the Xbox 360 with the PlayStation 5 controller. It won't work, if that makes sense. On top of that, I stated previously that I don't like filler episodes. Well, guess what Fionna and Cake is? A filler episode. It really is just another Gumbles story. Moving on to number 4, I have the Flame King. Before I move into why, just note that the Flame Princess is again in my top 10 list. So with her being locked up her entire life and the Flame King just being mad annoying, I am happy to say that I was excited to see when the roles got reversed. He also wasn't a huge part of the storyline like some other characters were, and that's kind of another reason why he's on this list. Moving on to number 3 though, I have Tiffany. When the first episode dropped with Tiffany in it, I kind of realized that the personality of this character is really what's going to do it for me. Tiffany is a boy who sometimes looks like a girl. There's nothing wrong with that, especially in 2023. When I watched this episode, I was confused AF. But Tiffany also has this annoying, addictive personality. Before the Adventure Time Finn and Jake storyline happened, Jake was friends with Tiffany. Very good friends. But then Jake became very good friends with Finn, and Tiffany got jealous. Being that Tiffany is jealous, One of his main goals was to eliminate Finn by any means possible, so he can become best friends with Jake once again or have vengeance on Jake. What does that sound like? Oh yeah, sounds like high school drama all over again. I'm an adult, and I hate drama. And before any of you start pressing those keys, trying to tell me how my opinion is wrong, all I have to tell you is grow up. Anyways, moving on to number 2. I have my least favorite villain in this show, and his name is Ricardio. I don't like Ricardio for a couple reasons. One being that he looks and acts creepy, just like that darn deer and that Goliad creature. The reason why Ricardio is creepy is because he wanted to cut out Princess Bubblegum's heart and marry her. I understand he's a heart, but that's some next level weird. Too weird for me, bro. Too weird. I will give credit to where credit is due. This man is an absolute genius, and I applaud him for that. But I will never get over the fact that he tried to build himself his own body. And guess what? My man still looks creepy, but this time worse. And that is why he's in my number 2 spot. But guess what? Now we're at number 1. And this is the most controversial one, but it's the character that annoyed me the most. It's Lumpy Space Princess. Dude, I don't like her voice. I don't like her personality. I don't like her parents. I don't like where she lives. I think it was kind of stupid. And I don't like her friends. I can't think of a single thing to say that's good about Lumpy Space Princess. Honestly, every episode that she was in, I basically skipped or I fell asleep to. I did not make this list to throw hate on the creators of Adventure Time, because like I said before, Adventure Time is my favorite show ever. I've seen it twice over, and I'm running it a 3rd time soon. But like every show, there are things you like and don't like. Well, that is my top 10 list for the worst characters in Adventure Time. If you enjoyed this video, please consider hitting the like button, because if we get this to 25 likes, I'll make a top 10 best Adventure Time characters video. Also, please consider hitting the subscribe button down below, and comment Ashton's right to be entered into the $100 giveaway today. I'll be picking the $100 winner within an hour of this video being posted. If you would like to also learn about the $500 giveaway, then click that button in the top right hand corner or the video link in the description below. Click up here to subscribe or click down here to watch 4 dates in only 1 hour.